Hello, everybody. I've got a snow day calculation, engineering, environmental, or just a math assignment that you can be doing to check how much your snow weighs. So, one of the first things you're going to have to do is head outside and go take a tape measure or a ruler and measure the depth of the snow. After you do that, come back in and we'll get to it. Go ahead, press pause right now. And then when you come back, unpause it. Ready, go. Okay, you're back. Now, name the place where you measured. Was it your front yard? Was it your back porch? Okay. So essentially what you're doing is the simple directions are fill out the blue cells. With these blue cells, some of them I want to encourage you to use sheet formulas. So the length of the area that you may have measured, right? When I just put your ruler right in the middle, and it might have just been a 2 foot by 2 foot area. And so how do you calculate the area of that space? So the simple formula is equals this cell times this cell. So equals D7 times D8. Right, that will come in handy a little bit later because if we ever need to change these, as you can see, it obviously changes. If you just measured a super small area, 1 foot by 1 foot, there we go. We've had the area that is 1 foot. Okay, how much was the snow? What was the snow depth in inches? So mine was between like 6 and 7. I'm gonna go with 7 inches. Okay, that automatically calculates it to a decimal point, which is helpful. And now we're going to figure out the volume. So let's do another formula. So volume equals our area times our depth. Okay, so again, if our area changes, obviously now we are set in formulas, so it's super duper helpful with that. Okay, step 2 is now we're going to start figuring out the weight. And you'll notice one calculation, this volume over here just kind of followed it down. So this cell equals this cell. And here in Indiana, we've got a whole bunch of lake effect. So whenever you have like light snow, it weighs between 3 and about 4.3 pounds um, cubic foot. And if it settles, so the sun gets on it and then it gets a little heavier, wind pack gets heavier, and then of course wet and slushy, and then of course ice is the heaviest. So the snow that I have outside is wind pack. So I'm just going to type in there for today. And it might be different for you because of this recording. And the minimum for this, according to our chart, is 21.85, and the maximum is 24. All right, now I'm going to find what the volume of it is at the minimum. So if I hit equals this, the minimum times this, I'm going to get just about 12 pounds, just over 12 pounds. And then for the maximum, I'm going to click on the maximum cell times the volume. I'm going to get about 14 pounds. Now, a lot of times when we're using these formulas, I always try to encourage you to think about common sense. So if you've been outside shoveling and you take one big scoop of shovel of snow and it's 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot, does it feel like 12 pounds? I mean, I'm going to answer that. Yes, I got quite the workout. All right, now let's find the average of these two. So I'm going to equals average. Once I find that, I'm going to average these two. So it's come to about 13 pounds. All right. So now if you're doing a driveway, then of course that area is going to get so much bigger. If you're doing a runway at an airport, it's just going to be huge. So now let's figure out what does it do when it melts? How much water is that? So we're going to hit equals. I'm going to click on the average and I'm going to multiply that by 0.11985. That's a lot of water. And one of my favorite areas down here is when it melts, where does it go? If you click on this link and you drop a pin at your house, your school, wherever you're at, it'll tell you where does it end up. This is one of my favorite um, links on all of the internet. So one of the things that I really want you guys to do is make sure that you're using calculations and you're not just typing in answers. Go outside, get some experience touching snow, and it is very good skill to use these formulas and then also check your common sense, make sure it all maths correctly for you in your head and on the sheet. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll talk to you soon.